Alright, so I don't remember who all I told. I know I told Tom about this. But I just found a garage kept 1971 Honda CT90. I've always wanted one of these. Found one in Ohio for reasonably cheap. I know it doesn't really look like much now, it's all apart. I'm putting new parts in it. I drove 800 miles round trip to get it. That's the original mileage. Appears to be garage kept its whole life. It's got some rust, but the rims still look really nice, they'll polish up. Pipe is still fairly shiny. It's missing the baffle. And somehow it got a dent in the fender right here. And it pushed the light assembly. It's cocked a little bit. So I might have to just take the wheel off and hit this with a piece of wood to bang it back out. I think the tire does rub a little bit when you fully compress it. See that? Rear rack is still there. It'll polish up nicely. It's missing the little rubber there for the foot peg. The kickstart's missing the rubber piece too. They're all easily attainable. The switch is broke for the stopping function. It's got some obscure mirror on it from a totally different bike. Front tire's dry rotted a little bit. Back tire's a Cheng Cheng, which is not original, but that's okay. Got a new battery there. I've got a carburetor, it's called OEM Standard. It's a reproduction carburetor. Hold on. It's a reproduction carburetor of the, let me see, there's them right next to each other. And they are identical. Long petcock lever and everything. So somebody has all different types of screws in the original carburetor, and they're stripped, half of them are stripped out, and I want to make this reliable because I plan on taking it on the street. I've got the original Honda key. I do have the airbox in the tank. I did clean out the tank with vinegar. The vinegar method. I don't know if you're going to be able to see in there very well. You can see in there a little bit. It's really nice and clean now. Got all the rust out of there. It's pretty much bare metal inside now. I washed it with oil after I was done, so it wouldn't re-flash rust. I got new fuel line. I do have a new tire. I do have the turn signal conversion kit for it too, which is going to go on eventually. That's pretty much it at the moment. I just really want to get it running and try to drive it. I've got the air filter and all in the house. I want to get this carburetor on and see what to do. I did adjust the valve. Somebody had them way too tight, and I couldn't get it to get spark even with a battery charger on it for 6 volt. And then you know you got to have a battery to run these unless you do a mod. So I popped the points cover off, and the points were way out. So I re-gapped them, and then I put a little squirt of fuel in there, just right in the throat of the carb. And it fired up on the first kick, and then it just died after it ran out of fuel. So, didn't smoke or anything during that little brief run. Somebody did attempt to get this going. There's a brand new spark plug and all in there. Brand new spark plug. Doesn't really look like it's had that rough of a life. This has all been repainted by somebody other than myself. You can see the evidence of that. But overall, it's a nice survivor. This is a really cool bike. I've always loved these, and this actually matches the color of my Jeep pretty closely. I think this is a little darker. It's not as bright, but still it's really cool. I'm gonna take this down the shore with us when we go. I can putz around, take it upstate, cruise around dirt roads and stuff. There, I don't know if you can see, but there's evidence of the mix-matched, stripped-in screws. Definitely, it's probably not the right thread for that. Down there, that flathead. Turns over. It's got good compression. So, I know I'm probably babbling, but this is a really cool bike. It's got so much potential. Nice clean oil. $800 miles to get this thing, round trip. I may be a little nuts, but I have the title and it will be on the road. So let's get working on this. I'm gonna set up the tripod, take the carb off, put the new gaskets on, put the carb back on, and see what we got.